And here are the standings in the Classical. After 5 rounds, Vishy Anand with 3.5, Karl Nakamura with 3, Kramnik with 2.5, Caruana, Karyakin, and Aronian with 2. Then now we go into the rapid games. We're going to play 5 of those. It's going to be interesting. Can Nakamura overtake Anand? Can Anand hold the lead? Can Kramnik come back from behind? We'll have to see. Games to come. Hi folks, John Cordisco here. Another game from the rapid portion of the Zurich Chess Challenge 2015. This is a rapid game from round 2. There's going to be 5 rounds in the rapid, and prior to this there were 5 rounds in the classical chess, as they call it, the regular time controls. Vishy Anand and my buddy from the U.S., Karl Nakamura, neck and neck in score. They get 2 points for a win in the classical and 1 point for a win in the rapid. They're going back and forth. This is the best game from round 2. It's between Levin Aronian from Armenia, world-class player. Needs no introduction in the chess world. And Vishy Anand from India, former world champion. 2 great players. Let's see how this goes. It's going to be a semi-slot. C6. We'll go through the opening a little bit. I'm not going to spend too much time because remember, it is rapid. It's a 15-minute game per side with a 5-second increment. So I'm going to keep with that theme and keep going with the rapid style. D takes, bishop takes, b5, bishop goes back. Bishop b7 for Anand in Aronian castles. a6, just to shore up the b5 pawn. e4. Normally you don't move the same pawn twice and somewhat in the opening. This is the 10th move. The computer picked that, or a4. I like e4 better. It's one of those rare exceptions where they move the same pawn twice in the opening. c5. Reason for the a6 is just to shore up that b5 pawn. Now black can move the c pawn up. d5. Anand goes c4, hitting the bishop. Bishop comes back. Queen c7. Pawn takes, f takes. Now I'm surprised Anand allowed that, but that seems to be the best way to go. And by the way, it says the last book move on the computer off screen, so that was book. Oddly enough, that isolated e pawn for black. Knight d2 for Aronian. Bishop d6. I'm not going to go too much in depth on the analysis because it is rapid. Knight to d4. Knight c5. The computer showed that. It shows black's ganging up on white's e4 pawn. Pretty funny. b4, hitting the knight. Pawn takes en passant. A takes is the correct move, believe it or not, by almost a whole full point. A takes, e5, knight f5, knight on c takes e4, bishop takes, knight g5. And already it seems like Anand has problems here. We're on move 20. I'm not sure what his time was, but it's probably ticking down fairly quickly. Bishop f8 is the best choice of all the crappy choices that he has. But he decides to go bishop c5 instead, and the computer jumps. It's coming up close to a 3-point advantage now for white. Anand is doomed. Knight e6. Queen has to move. Knight takes. Knight takes. Knight d6 check. And that black king is out in the open. King e7. Bishop g5 check. King e6. Look at that king. Wow. Knight takes. Queen takes. b4 hits the knight. h6. Bishop h4. And this is where, short on time, I think Anand just miscues. He just does. And it happens sometimes to all of us. He goes knight to e4. And it's a blunder. Queen checks. King f7. Rook a to d1. Aronian patiently bringing in the other rook. What's black going to do here? He's doomed. Rook to guard the square here. For the rook to go here as well. queen checks, knight blocks, bishop takes, pawn takes, rook d6. Look at this, look at this. Queen e7 to protect the f-pawn for black, and rook after d1, and that's it. That's where Anand throws in the towel. Wild game, wild game. So, Carl and Anand are going back and forth, back and forth. This is the game from round 2 I thought was the best game. So, Levin Aronian pulls out a win. He needs one desperately. These guys are on the lower half of the standings. So, there's the game, or one of the games from round 2 of the Zurich Chess Challenge, the rapid portion of the tournament. I hope you enjoyed it. I want you all to remember, if you think chess is just a game, you're not playing it right. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.